Well. First of all, thank you so much. You know why I'm thanking you? Because our channel, Chandan's Review Room, has passed a new milestone, and that is we have gathered 300 subscribers. Yeah, 300. I could never believe that I can bring my videos to so many of you guys, and that shows that how much you love me. Thanks for the love, though I don't deserve it at all, but you gave it, and thanks for that. And on that occasion, I am going to review one of my most worn watches in my collection. Not most worn, my go-to watch in my collection, and that is the Q Chronograph from Timex. Yeah, I know that is a hyped one. That is gonna bring a lot of views in my channel, but still, there is a great watch. So let's see and let's watch the review together. Yeah. Well, as I have said in the intro, that I will be reviewing my Q Chronograph from Timex. But before that, quick wristwatch check. This is my guilty pleasure watch. This is my vintage looking Titan rectangular watch, and I love wearing it. So this is my guilty pleasure watch. Yeah. Now, before that, if you are curious about the box that this watch comes in, here it is. Now, this is not a fancy box. It is a normal cardboard box. You get Timex written on the front side, and in the bottom you get some details and pricing. And sliding open the part, you get a pillow that this watch rests on. Then you get a user manual and the tag and some wrapping plastics. Yeah, this is what you get in the box. Nothing fancy, nothing extraordinary, but it is what it is. First of all, let me give you a quick history lesson. So Timex Q was actually released in 1979. So fundamentally, this is a reissue of that vintage Timex Q. So Timex Q was never actually released with a chronograph version. They issued a normal version of the Q Timex, and along with that, they have released the Q Timex with a chronograph function. So I'm really glad that they did, because it's really amazing and I love wearing this watch. Now, before going into the details, the specifications and the pros and cons of this watch, let me tell you the pricing. That I got it for around 12,000 rupees using a coupon from Amazon. But regularly this watch is priced at rupees 13,500, something like that. And you can get it from Flipkart also, but I recommend you get it from Amazon. Now, the version I have with me is in this gorgeous blue color. Now, this is not your typical blue. This is like a teal blue that is really dark, and from a distance it looks like a normal black watch, but it's not. It's really gorgeous. The photos, the video doesn't do justice for the color of this watch. So this is in dark teal color, and you can get it in other various colors like panda, reverse panda, and in gold or something like that. But it looks to me the most interesting. So yeah, I got it in this gorgeous teal color. Now, talking about the dimensions of this watch, the dial diameter is 40 mm and the lug to lug length is 46 mm, so really compact. But the issue with that watch is the thickness. It is really a chunky boy, and the thickness of it is like 13.5 millimeters. So these are really chunky boy, and if you're not used to wearing thick watches, then you can get a bit disappointed by the thickness of this watch. But let me tell you one thing: once you get rolling with this watch, it's amazing, and you can't deny the fact that this looks gorgeous. Yeah, this looks gorgeous. But the compactness comes from the integrated bracelet hook and the compact lug to lug length. So this is really compact, but The issue is just the thickness, but other than that it's normal. It's really gorgeous and looks great. Now let's talk about the dial first. तो जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया, इसका जो डायल कलर है वो है टील ब्लू, नॉट योर टिपिकल ब्लू बट टील ब्लू and a dark one at that. Now I must say that the dial looks a bit busy in the sense that there are 3 sub dials at 3, 6 and 9 o'clock position and a date window between 4 and 5 o'clock position. तो इन 3 सब डायल का जो कलर है वो है वाइट, तो बहुत बढ़िया कॉन्ट्रास्ट देता है, दिखने में अच्छा लगता है ये. अब मैं इन 3 सब डायल का फंक्शन आपको एक एक करके बताता हूँ. लाइक 3 o'clock पोजिशन पे जो सब डायल है उसका काम है AM और PM निर्देश करना. लाइक 24 से 12 तक ये AM को दर्शाता है और 12 से 24 तक दिस इंडिकेट्स PM. नाउ 9 o'clock पोजिशन पे जो डायल है वो एक्चुअली इसका सेकेंड्स का डायल है एंड at the 6 o'clock position the dial is about the chronograph. इसका chronograph function मैं आपको बाद में बताऊंगा. Now the hour markers on the dial are applied and they have a thin strip of loom in them. Now I will talk about the loom in the later part of that video. Now 12 o'clock position पे आपको एक बढ़िया Q लिखा मिलता है, तो इससे आपको पता चल जाता है कि एक क्यू क्रोनोग्राफ वॉच है. उसके ठीक नीचे टाइमेक्स और क्रोनोग्राफ वॉच लिखा हुआ है और 3 जो सब डायल्स है 3 o'clock पोजीशन पे, 6 एंड 9 o'clock पोजीशन पे, इसके लिए आपको इन तीनों जगह पे कोई आवर मार्कर नहीं मिलता और जो डेट विंडो है वो 4 और 5 o'clock पोजीशन के बीच में है. Now, talking about the case, it is totally made up of stainless steel. So it's built like a tank, it feels heavy and it's really premium. Now, about the case shape, I am not a big fan of that case shape, or at least I was not. But now, I'm really liking it. Now, it's a bit funky in a good way, I guess. It's a bit distinguishing from other case shape, generic case shapes. Now on the right side of that case you get 2 pushes to activate or reset the chronograph and you get a crown and there is Q written on the crown. Now on the back of the case it's really interesting because there is a quick window to change the battery of this watch, because this is a quartz watch. So you have to change the battery after 2 or 3 years depending on the usage of the chronograph. If you use the chronograph more frequently then the battery is gonna drain fast. तो आपको एक क्विक विंडो मिलता है बैटरी चेंज करने के लिए और दिस रेमिनिसेंट ऑफ द ओरिजिनल Q Timex from the 1979 era. So this is a great touch and this is really convenient to change the battery. Now let's get to the bracelet, and let me tell you, the bracelet is really amazing, and from the looks and feel of it you can easily say that they have engineered it properly by combining form and function perfectly. The bracelet is also made of stainless steel, so it is sturdy as hell and the end links are also solid, so feels great in hand. It's heavy, it's shiny and it's beautiful. Not too thick, not too thin. Perfect, just perfect. The best part of this bracelet is the quick release function. You can disconnect it just like that without any tool. So that's a thoughtful and intuitive touch from Timex. Only grime I have with it is the clasp. It does not live up to the overall quality of the bracelet. Now let's get to the best part of this watch. At least in my opinion, the best part of this watch is this chronograph function. Now I don't use chronograph that frequently, but who cares? I love it. I just enjoy having a chronograph function on my watch. I don't care of anybody. So how to operate a chronograph properly? So to operate a chronograph, you have two pushes, the upper pusher and the lower pusher. To activate the chronograph, you just push the upper pusher and the bigger second hand just starts moving, and once it makes a complete round of the watch, it registers 1 minute in the lower subdial, that is at 6 o'clock. And once to stop the chronograph, you push the upper pusher again, and to reset the chronograph, you just push the lower pusher, and the seconds hand chronograph seconds hand takes itself to the resting position, that is 12 o'clock. Now at 12 o'clock there is not written 12 o'clock, it's just written, it is written Q, because there is a Q chronograph. Yeah. Well, let's talk about the only complaint that I have, except the lower quality class of this watch, is the domed crystal. Now Timex uses acrylic crystal. This is true to its form. Like when Timex released the Q Timex in 1979, they used a domed acrylic crystal. So they have used that same crystal here. So I think that's a really good touch. But the problem I have with this crystal, it's the it's acrylic and it gets really scratchy. So you can see here that it is totally beat up. Now I am someone who loves his watches and loves enjoying watches, so for me it's not that a big of an issue. But for someone who wants to keep their watch pristine, then it is a problem. My boy, oh boy, that is something to keep in mind while purchasing this watch. Now it is domed, it looks classy, it looks vintagey, but it's not up to the mark. So they have they could have used a normal mineral glass, but they chose form over function. So yeah, that is what it is. But I am not a big fan of this acrylic crystal. Now about the loom of this watch is not that great. It's really not that legible. I wish that they could have used a more prominent loom. Even my 1200 rupees Sonata Pose watch has better loom than this, so that's a disappointment for this watch. But I guess you can't have anything that is perfect, so there is something that you have to keep in your mind, that the loom is not that great. Well, that was it for today, and that was my long-term review of the Q Chronograph from Timex on the occasion of gathering 300 plus subscribers on our channel Chandan's Review Room. So thank you so much again for the love, guys. You are just amazing. You are amazing. So I hope that you will support me in the future also. And please, if you have liked the video and loved the video and found the video informative enough, then please subscribe and share this video to your friends and family, so that they can decide easily that if they can go for the watch or should skip it. So yeah, thank you so much again. Bye bye. Let's catch you in the next video.